message you have for us, Father, we will receive it, Father God, with understanding, and it will guide us, Father God, to grow closer and deeper in our walk with you, Father. So, thank you for your Holy Spirit that teaches us, and we commit all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so nabasa natin kanina yung text natin is in John chapter 21 verses 15 to 35. Now, there was a man named Guy. Guy ang pangalan niya, G-U-Y. When he was growing up, he has been with a gang. He is from New York City, in the USA. So, typical sa kanila yung magkaroon ng gang. In that place, they always have gang. So, it is very typical sa kanila. And then they experimented on drugs. They started like experimenting drugs, and then eventually escalated to marijuana, and then cocaine. So by the time he was, he's just a teenager at that time, and he was already addicted sa drugs. So by the time he entered the U.S. Navy, he is already lulong na sa drugs. And he entered the U.S. Navy hoping that he will be straightened up, na may disiplina siya, and mawala yung kanyang vision. But then, mas lalo siyang nalulong kasi in the military, he knew some group of people in the military and even in the civilian na nagdi-deal ng drugs din. So, mas lumawak pa actually yung kanyang transaction sa drugs. So by the time he left the U.S. Navy and then went back to being a civilian, he put up a business, like a limousine business na nag-cater ng mga services, and then he used that business to like naging full-time drug dealer na siya doon. Okay, and then by the time he was 21 years old, he was already sentenced to life imprisonment because he was arrested eventually. So now it's just drug possession, drug dealing, and he was sentenced to life imprisonment. But after serving 1.5 years of his sentence, he was given a parole. Nabigyan siya ng parole, so nakalaya siya temporarily. And then he met his wife, and then they got married. And then nagkaroon sila ng business. They acquired some more business, and same pa rin. They transacted drugs, drug pushing, drug dealing, and drug using. Mas lumala, palalim yung kanyang drug addiction. And so hindi natiis ng kanyang asawa, so she left. And then after his wife left, mas lalo siyang nalulong. And eventually, nawala sa kanya lahat yung kanyang mga business, yung mga possessions niya. And then he was back to the street. Nawala lahat. So, one day, na-meet niya yung old friend niya sa gang when he was still in the street, in his youth. Na-meet niya yung old friend niya who led him to a church. And in his desperation, kasi sabi niya, he wanted to, gusto niya magbago, but hindi niya magawa kasi very dependent na siya drugs. Okay, so he said, I have nothing to lose. If I enter this church, I have nothing to lose. I have tried everything to change myself, pero walang effective. So I have nothing to lose. If I enter this church, I don't lose anything. So why not try and go inside? And then that afternoon, after lumabas siya sa church, and then the message of the pastor was keep ringing in his head. Sabi ng pastor, just ask Jesus. Yun lang yung 3 words na nagre-ring sa kanyang isip. So somehow na-remember niya yung nung childhood niya na he was being taken to church by his mother. And so, I knew you I knew you before. Kilala kita noon, narinig ko yung tungkol sa iyo, sabi niya. So, if you are real, I know that you are just somewhere else, sabi niya. Can you show me, or show me your power, gano'n. And then eventually, yung awesome presence ng love, nag-feel sa kanya, and then he began to discern yung mga mistakes na nagawa niya, yung mga na-murder dahil sa drug dealing niya, yung mga namatay, yung mga nasirang mga tahanan dahil sa kanyang pag-deal ng drugs. And so he began to weep and repent na, I'm sorry Lord, sabi niya. Ito yung mga namamatay dahil sa ginawa ko noon. And so he repented. And he flew to his wife na ipakita na nagbago na ako, sabi niya sa wife niya. And that alone ministered to his wife na hindi rin believer, nasa New Age movement yung asawa niya, nagsisik din ng supernatural power. So when he saw his ex-husband na nagbago, sabi niya, hindi ako naniniwala I did not find any supernatural things in this New Age movement. Pero nakita ko sa asawa ko, sabi niya. So eventually, the family of the ex-wife has been born again. Nakita nila yung testimony ni Guy nito. And then they came to Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. And so, nagbago siya. But then, in the process of sa kanyang street life, he was arrested again for drug possession. And then, so his case was still in court. So he was sentenced to 4 years in prison again. Iba yung lifetime imprisonment niya nung 30-21 years also. And then another 4 years this time. So it was still in the court. So by the time nagsama sila na under ano pa yung case niya. And when the case was decided, he was sentenced to 4 years. And then but the judge gave him a probation. Yung probation, ibig sabihin, pag nakita nila yung totoong pagbabago ng isang tao, na imbis na makalagay sa bilangguan, i-observe ka muna ng mga certain period. So, kung talagang totoong nagbago ka, then you will not go to jail. So, probation yung binigay ng judge sa kanya. And so, he walked out of court under probation. And after 2 months, they got married. Nag-remarry sila ng kanyang wife. And then, his life began to straighten up. Naging umayos yung kanyang buhay. And then, he began to minister to the prisoners. Mga prisoners yung kinagis niya na ministeran. So, yun yung nakita ko dito sa... Also, now, he is pastoring, he is a pastor of, in a big church, actually. And then, his target na miniministeran is yung mga prisoners. And he has a construction company wherein he gets all these prisoners to work in this construction para maturuan sila na mamuhay and at the same time mag-disciple. So, it is, nagkaroon siya ng direction sa buhay na noon ay gusto na niya kitilin yung kanyang buhay kasi wala siyang purpose. Okay, so that is exactly the message. I wish I could just end the message here kasi tapos na. But then I saw kung bakit ko binigyan siya ng 3 D's of restoration yung title ng ating message is because I saw 3 D's na kung paano na re-restore. Ibig sabihin kasi ng, di ba, yung reinstatement ni Peter is something was given to him before na nawala sa kanya. So ano ba yung nangyari kay Peter? Bakit kailangan siyang i-reinstate ng Panginoon? Kasi apparently, Jesus has given something to him that he has lost or was taken away from him. At ano ba yun? When we go back to Peter's confession in Matthew chapter 16 verse 16, when Jesus instated Peter nung tinanong ni Jesus Christ yung kanyang mga disciples, sabi niya, who do you think I am? Sabi ni Jesus Christ. And Peter was the first one to reveal it was not revealed, it was not him, but it was revealed to him by the Father, sabi ni Jesus Christ. You are the Christ, the Son of God. So sabi ni Jesus Christ, I tell you the truth, that you are Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not prevail against it. So, ito yung sinasabi ng mga Roman Catholic na he is the holder of the keys. Yung dadaan ko ka muna kay San Pedro. Di ba? Ito yung context ng mga nagsasabi ng gano'n. Now, bakit kailangan siyang i-reinstate sa ganitong position na? Kasi, you remember when Jesus predicted his denial? And then, sabi ni Peter, no, even if everyone falls away, I will not fall away. I can even die with you, sabi ni Peter sa kanya. And then when Jesus was in the palace na binibit na siya ng mga Roman soldiers, I do not know this man, sabi niya. So, that was the time na i-disown ni Peter si Jesus Christ. So, he lost this calling na binigyan ni Jesus Christ sa kanya. So, this time, he is being reinstated. Yung binabalik ni Jesus Christ, yung position na ito kay Peter. Okay, so what do we learn from this? In this passage, sa tinanong okay, and then, by the way, after the resurrection, nagpakita si Jesus Christ sa kanyang mga disciples. And sabi ni John, this is the third time that Jesus Christ appeared to his disciples. And then, ang nangyari dito, they went back to Galilee to their fishing. Na bumalik sila sa kanilang ginagawa noon. Na fishing. Also, Jesus comes to them and says, Simon, son of John, do you truly love me? So the first day that I want to share to you is Jesus comes to us to call us to restore our desire to serve Him. The desire to serve Him. Jesus asked Peter, do you truly love me more than this? Ano ba ibig sabihin more than this ng Panginoon? Is it the grilled fish doon sa tabi? Yung barbecue? Or the fish, yung nasa, o yung beach? O yung kanyang mga kaibigan? Are those the things na sinasabi ng Panginoon? Do you truly love me more than this? And then the question itself, do you truly love me? Ibig sabihin, Jesus Christ already knew that Peter loved Him. Yeah. Diba? Kasi parang kung sa atin, totoo bang mahal mo ako? Parang ganun yung sinasabi ni Jesus Christ. Well, other teachers say, like Jesus was determining what kind of love Peter has for Jesus. Diba? Is it phileo? Is it agape? Or whatever? But in this context, I don't see it as this way. It is like determining what Peter could do. Ano bang gagawin ni Peter sa love na meron siya sa Panginoon? Okay, so Jesus is calling us, Peter, Simon, son of John, do you truly love me? It is to rekindle the desire of Peter to serve Him again. Okay? He is calling Peter to rekindle the desire, yung desire natin. Because, sabi nga sa, yung kinanta natin kanina, change my heart, oh God, from there. Ano ba yung kinanta natin kanina?
Create in me.
Create in me. Cast me not away from the presence. And take not restore unto me the joy of my salvation. Hindi yung Holy Spirit ang nawala, pero yung desire natin na mag-serve sa Kanya, di ba? Yeah. Minsan may ganun tayo eh. Nadadivert yung attention natin sa mga do you truly love me more than this, sabi ni Jesus Christ na. What are the these na hinahawakan natin sa ating buhay o yung ginagawa natin na nakakapag-divert ng attention natin na mag-serve sa Panginoon? Is it our hiking, shopping, dancing sa beach, gano'n. So, I don't know, maybe anything, ha? Pero, we are blessed to follow Christ. Okay? Faithfully. So Jesus is standing on the shore and saying, "Hey friends, what have you got? Bring them over." Sabi ni Jesus Christ. Ano man yung binigay niya? Kaya binigyan sila ng fish, na mag-catch sila ng fish. Jesus did not need that fish na, bring some over para may i-grill sila. Actually, luto na yung fish doon sa tabi. And there's a bread already. So why does Jesus need to ask some of the fish? It is calling the disciples to bring whatever Jesus has given them to have fellowship with them. Gusto niya yung may fellowship. Okay? To rekindle the desire to serve Him. Use it. Use whatever gifts Jesus has given, God has given to us, so that we can serve Him. Okay? Jesus is calling us to rekindle our desire. Kasi pag nawala yung desire natin, wala tayo. We cannot serve. I mean, parang mabigat. Di ba? Kung naramdaman nyo minsan na parang, na naman. Diba? Kasi wala yung desire natin. Okay, and second D is our dignity. Can you imagine Peter nung ini-deny niya si Jesus Christ? He was even calling curses on himself. Sabi ni Luke or Matthew, he began to call curses upon himself na sana hindi na lang ako nakilala. Hindi ko na lang nakilala itong taong ito. Parang gano'n. Well, after that, di ba, nung lumingon si Jesus Christ when the cock crowed, nung sabi ni Jesus Christ, kasi nung inipidig niya, before the cock crows twice, for the second time, you have already denied me 3 times. So, the second time na tumilaok yung manok, lumingon si Jesus Christ, sabi ko, sabi niya. Parang, kung kayo yun, just imagine yourself in the place of Peter. You have been talking a lot na, "Oh Jesus, hindi kita ipagkakadulo. I will even die for you." And then eventually, kahit na-warningan ka, ginawa mo ka. You will feel guilty, di ba? Unworthy. Tapos ikaw pa yung binigyan ng pinaka-highest task ng Panginoon na ikaw yung magiging gatekeeper ng kanyang kingdom. Of course, you'll feel guilty. You'll feel unworthy. Nawala yung self-confidence mo. Nawala yung self-worth mo. Very disappointed ka sa sarili mo. So after the resurrection, ng mga appearances ni Jesus Christ, we do not see Peter na parang nagsasalita ka agad. Parang naging mute siya. Walang sinabi yung gospel na Peter said this the first. Kasi before that, talagang outspoken siya na, "Oh Jesus, parang, can you even wash my head?" Parang gano'n na. Oo, very outspoken siya na madali siyang magsalita. Pero after the resurrection, after his denial, he was very meek. Sabi nga ng text natin, yung sa verses 1 to 3, sa chapter 21, verse 2. Despite na sinabi ni John the Beloved na, "Oh, it is the Lord," sabi ni John the Beloved sa kanya. And then he got his cloak. And then he jumped on the water. Wala siyang sinabi na, "Oh no, dali ka rito. Mag-fishing tayo." Salamat sa fish. Wala siyang yung mga gano'n na, yung parang, yung madali siyang magsalita ng patapos. Yung may character tayong gano'n, di ba? So if you are like, gano'n yung ginagawa ni Peter, no? You truly love me. Alam ng Panginoon yung pagmamahal ni Peter sa kanya. Alam din ng Panginoon yung tendency ni Peter na magkamali.
Yeah.
Okay? He knows our inclinations. He knows our tendencies. Yung mga strengths natin, yung mga weaknesses natin. But He is still calling us back. Simon, son of John, o sister, parang gano'n. Come, bring some over. He wants to restore our dignity. Of course, yung pinaka-first na dignity na nakukuha natin, na binibigay ng Panginoon, is being the child of God.
Yeah.
Okay? And then there are more. Kasi once we are a child of God, we are not perfect. We fail every now and then. So, the dignity na yung di-disappoint tayo sa sarili natin or mawawala yung confidence natin. Or we say, I am not worth, or somebody else is better. So, God wants to restore this hindi naman yung i-uplift natin yung sarili natin para maitaas natin yung sarili natin. But yung confidence, sabi nga niya, is let us draw closer to the throne of grace. Sabi ni Paul. Ganun yun, yung confidence natin na tanggap tayo ng Panginoon kung ano man yung magbibigay natin. That is the dignity na we are worthy to serve God because He has called us. Hindi sa kalagawan natin, kundi dahil sa pagtawag niya sa atin. Okay. So that is the second D that that I want to share. Simon, son of John, do you truly like me? And his calling, by the way, did not waver. Nandyan pa rin para sa atin. Yung para sa atin lang. Hindi na sinabi na, kasi dinison mo ako, ibibigay ko ito kay John na beloved. Hindi. Para sa kanya pa lang. It was given to him and God waited. God waited for him to come and recommit himself. Okay. So the third D that I saw here is that God restores our destiny. Kagaya ni Guy na sinabi ko kanina, he was purposeless. Nawala yung purpose niya sa buhay. Wala actually siyang purpose. Kasi he wanted to die. He wanted to end his life kasi wala namang silbi. Pagod na ako dito sa drugs na ito. Gusto ko magbago pero hindi ko magawa. And then when he came to Christ, his life was, sabi nga niya, I may not be rich now. Kasi noon marami siyang pera parang overflowing ng pera niya. Pero wala siyang peace. Lahat na lang nililimon niya kasi baka mamaya pamatay na ko dito. And then, when he came to Christ, wala siyang gaanong pera, wala siyang gaanong possession. But then, he is rich. Sabi niya, I am very rich with God's love. And yung purpose ko sa buhay, I am rich in heaven. Sabi niya. Same with Peter. When he went to the shore all night fishing and caught nothing but waves. Ano ba yung waves? Alon na lang yung nakuha niya. Okay. He caught waves. He was fishing all night. Wala siyang nakuha. And then when dawn came, and then Jesus was there. Hey, sabi ni Jesus Christ, come over. Put your net on the right side of the boat. And then from there on, nung tinawag na siya, after they eat, sabi ng text natin, after they finish eating, tinawag siya ng Panginoon. Jesus calling Simon Peter, Simon, son of John, do you truly love me? First is that, sabi ni Jesus Christ, sabi nga ni Peter, yes Lord, you know that I love you. Yes Lord, you know all things. And then the third time, medyo nasaktan si Peter, ano ba naman Panginoon? Alam mo naman you know all things. You know that I love you. And then, the first thing that na napansin ko dito, sabi ni Jesus Christ, feed my lambs. And then, take care of my sheep. And then, feed my sheep. What is the difference between a lamb and a sheep? A lamb is a sheep na less than 1 year old. And a sheep is a sheep 1 year old and above. Okay? So, makikita natin yung direction talagang, yung wisdom ng Panginoon dito. Maging gentle. Sabi niya, feed my lambs. What are the lambs? Ito yung mga bagong, mga baby pa lang. He was teaching Peter to be more gentle, more caring, more nurturing sa mga bago. You can just imagine, very rough yung character ni Peter, ano? So he was teaching Peter to be more gentle, more caring. So I believe you are catching the
Yeah.
the
The
message
points.
here.
Yeah.
This hit me the most. Honestly, this hit me the most. Yung sabi niya, lamb and a sheep. What does this mean? And it was, yeah, kasi ang time, I can say, my character is very rough actually. Kung nakilala niyo ako, I'm very rough person. Kasi yung upbringing namin, very disciplinarian yung father namin. Konting pagkakamili lang talaga, hala, sige. Pati yung pananalita niya, very rough talaga siya. He's a very disciplinarian man. But I respect him a lot. Okay. So, ganun yung tendency ni Peter. Very rough yung character niya. So, Jesus Christ was teaching him to be more gentle, more caring. And then sabi niya, take care of my sheep. Take care of my sheep. Ibig sabihin, these are the sheep na hindi naman baby talaga, but they need to be taken care of. Kailangan pa nila ng medyo pag-aaruga, pag-guide, pagpapakain, shelter. Yeah, take care of them. And then the third time, sabi ni Jesus Christ, well, feed my sheep. This may not be like a little bit mature, mga medyo may alam na siguro itong mga ito, but they still need the leading. They still need to be fed. So yun ang parang gradual na direction ng message ni Jesus Christ kay Peter. Feed my lambs, take care of my sheep, and feed my sheep. So, yung direction na binigay, how Jesus restored the life of Peter, or the position of Peter, was like giving him the direction of his ministry. And then sabi nga, dugtong pa ni Jesus Christ, I tell you the truth, sabi niya doon sa verse 18. I tell you the truth. When you were younger, you dressed yourself.
Yeah.
And went wherever you wanted. But when you are old and you will stretch out your hands, and someone else will dress you and lead you where you do not want to go. What? Parang ma-shock din si Peter doon. Ganun ba talaga ka-grabe yung calling ng Panginoon sa kanya? So he turned to the other disciples and said, what about him? Kaya anong gagawin nito? Bakit ganito na lang kabigat ang sa akin? Kasi di ba sabi ni Jesus, somebody will dress you and you'll go to where you do not want to go. And this is, sinabi ni Jesus Christ ito para pakita sa kanya kung paano niya i-glorify si Jesus Christ sa kanyang death. This shocked Peter. Na-shock si Peter dito. And do you know why? Because when he before he yung yung sabi nga niya kay Jesus Christ, I will die for you. Sabi niya, of course, na kinuha ni Jesus Christ yung, this is how this man loves me. Willing siyang mamatay para sa akin. Also, ito na. Challenge. You know, Jesus will say, you take us at our word na yung nakikita na yung heart natin. This is how this man loves me. This is how this woman loves me. So I might as well give it to her. Para naman may glorify niya ako. Or may mabigyan yung how, yun, di ba? It is how our God will grant us our heart's desire. And He will give it to us according to how He wants His glory to be seen. Okay, so sabi niya, you will yes, sabi niya, you will rest yourself. So, parang na-shock si Peter doon. I will die like Jesus Christ. And history says that when Peter died, talagang in-crucify siya. But in-crucify siya na patayo. But then he said, Peter said, I am not worthy to die like Jesus Christ. So,
Upside down.
tiwalik siya.
Upside down.
So, head down yung pagka-crucify ni Peter. So indeed, it was true. He died for Jesus Christ. And so, the last point I want us to see the destiny of Peter is that sabi ni Jesus Christ after this, what is that to you? Sabi niya, ibig sabihin, do not mind others. Do not mind the gift or the calling of Christ to other believers. Just focus on what God has called you for. Ito yung binigyan ni Jesus Christ sa inyo. Do it with all your heart, with all your strength. Love the Lord with your God with all your heart. And focus on it. Do not mind other believers falling kasi God will take care of them.
Yeah.
Yung parang ministry ng ibang tao, sabi na, bakit parang ang dali-dali lang yung ginagawa niya? What about him? Wala siyang ginagawa. Ang dali-dali lang yung ministry niya. Pero ako nagpapakihirap ako parang walang ano. Parang naman. But Jesus teaches us to mind our own business. Because God has business for them. Okay. And then, what else? Yeah, that is it. Jesus restores our destiny. It is our destiny. Yung direksyon ng ating buhay. Mahirap. But if it is God's direction sa ating buhay, it will not be very burdensome sa atin. It will be a joy to suffer for Christ kung nakikita natin yung purpose natin in the direction. Okay. So, summary. First is that God restores our desire. Ano ba yung desire natin? So, na gusto natin gawin sa Panginoon. Living for Jesus. How do we want to live for Jesus? He calls us when we think we messed up. Na-divert yung attention natin. Hala, nag-beach, nag-hiking. Kaya nawala yung desire na mag-selfie. May nakilala ka dun sa bundok na medyo masayang kausap o masayang kasama. Hala, sige. Hiking pa more. Diba? God calls us to restore our desire. He's just around us.
Yeah.
He's just standing somewhere around. Hey friends, come over. Bring some of the gifts. Okay. And then, God restores our dignity. When we think we are unworthy, when we think we are incapable, when we think we do not have anything to give, when we feel guilty na may nagawa tayong kasalanan, God is calling us. I have plans for you. Before you were formed, sabi sa Jeremiah, I have already called you. So, ibig sabihin, alam na ni Lord yung tendency natin na magkamali. Ma-divert yung attention. But His calling for us is still there. Waiting for us. That's the dignity. Gusto niya yung respect natin sa sarili natin na mag-serve sa Kanya. So, huwag natin maliitin yung sarili natin na wala akong may bibigay. Hindi ako magaling kumanta. Okay, and then third is, God restores our destiny. Of course, that's the very most important thing. Our destiny is heavenward. So, ang mga ginagawa natin, it will affect, if it is anchored sa destiny na binigay sa atin ng Panginoon. Yung ginagawa natin ay, although medyo pagganong-ganon, but is still moving forward towards the destiny na binigay ng Panginoon. Hindi yung pagganon, patalikod. It may be wavering like that, but it's still going forward. Okay? So it is our destiny that God restores when we seek Him. But of course, it will be very ideal if we just go straight, di ba? Para diretso na lang. Masakit yun. Masakit yun. Okay. So, as our application, what areas in our lives na kailangan ma-restore? Ano ba yung area sa buhay natin na kailangan i-restore? Restoration ng Panginoon. Is it our desire to serve Him? Nawala ba ang desire natin? Then God is calling us. He is just waiting to recommit. Calling us to recommit ourselves to Him. Is it our dignity? Nawala ba tayo ng confidence sa sarili? Nawala ba tayo ng self-respect or ng guilt ba tayo? God is waiting for us. His calling is still for us. It is for us and for us alone. Hindi yun ibibigay sa iyo. Because He has called you to do that particular thing for His kingdom. Is it our destiny? Nawala ba tayo ng focus sa life? Meron bang mga bisita dito? Alam mo? Meron? And our destiny as children of God is anchored in our heavenly calling. So, may mga chances na mawawala tayo, na giwang-giwang yung labas natin. But it's still anchored in God's plan for us. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. So, let us pray. Our dear Heavenly Lord, thank you so much.
If my heart has grown cold, there your love will unfold. As you open my eyes to the work of your hand, when I'm blind to my ways, there your spirit will pray. As you open my eyes to the work of your hand, as you open my eyes to the work of your hand, oceans will part, nations come at the whisper of your call. Hope will rise, glory shone in my life. Your will be done. Present suffering may pass, Lord, your mercy will last. As you